A busy day for the Foreign Secretary started on an early train to Leeds, where he discussed international issues raised by the public on the website usk.com.
Well, I was in the Middle East quite recently, earlier this week, and went down to the border with Gaza. The situation there is a humanitarian disaster of very large proportions. The most important thing is that we make clear that there needs to be the delivery of humanitarian aid in the short term. But obviously, in anything like the medium term where you want a decent settlement, Gaza needs to become part of a Palestinian state that is able to run its own affairs in a way that delivers for its own people and delivers security for Israel.
The Foreign Secretary's visit to Leeds and Bradford was to discuss foreign policy issues with a UK audience as part of the Bringing Foreign Policy Home programme. During a packed day of events, he met local business leaders to discuss how the Foreign Office can help UK businesses in the current economic climate. He also visited Leeds University and spoke to over 400 students explaining current UK policy on world affairs and spent time answering their questions. From Leeds University, Mr Miliband travelled to the Madni Jamia Mosque and Community Centre in Bradford. He addressed a congregation of over 2,000 worshippers at Friday prayers and explained the relevance of the UK's foreign policy.
Assalamu alaikum. You have done me a great honour by inviting me to address you today. I feel very privileged to be here, and I thank you very, very much indeed. I hope you also feel it's appropriate that I am here as the Foreign Secretary, because I am your Foreign Secretary as much as I am the Foreign Secretary of those who gather in churches or in synagogues, or who gather in village halls or community centres with no religious purpose. We are all British citizens equal together, with an equal right to a say about how our own cities and country is run, but also about how our foreign policy is developed.
Mr Miliband also told those present that they contribute so much to contemporary Britain.
You're proud of your city, which you do so much to enrich. You do so much to enrich Bradford, commercially, culturally, politically, socially. But I know that while you're proud of Bradford and proud of Britain, you're also internationalists. You're people who, when you see suffering anywhere, believe it is a threat to justice everywhere. And I want you to know that there is a government also made up of internationalists. Our Prime Minister is an internationalist who, when he sees injustice, wants to do something about it. The Foreign Office is here to make sure it is politics and compromise that lives up to the best values of all religions that is at the heart of our foreign policy.
Mr Miliband then travelled to the Tong High School in Bradford, which is twinned with Masaka School in Uganda, through the British Council's Dream and Teams programme, which develops leadership skills among young people. Along with students at the sports-based academy, he braved the wintry UK weather and donned his football boots to join the children in a game. He then toured the school and met students and staff involved in the partnership, as well as children from Uganda who are currently visiting their counterparts in the UK.
In March. Okay, I'd like to hand over to our executive.
The final part of the trip was a visit to Bradford City Football Club, where Mr Miliband took part in a question and answer session with young British Muslims. Its aim was to promote a greater understanding of the role the UK is playing in the world. This is the second visit the Foreign Secretary has attended to discuss foreign policy issues to a UK audience. Last month he visited Cardiff to talk to business leaders, students and schoolchildren about the pressing issues facing the Foreign Office and how they can affect them.